The Gaza humanitarian crisis continues to draw sharp reactions. Time is running out. That's the warning coming in from the UN agencies. The World Food Programme, UNICEF, and the Food and Agriculture Organization have warned that time is running out and Gaza is on the brink of a full-scale famine. Let me just say that once again. On the brink of a full-scale famine. Before we tell you more about that and what things are looking like on the ground, let's just give you a sense of what the US president has said. Donald Trump has said Washington will partner with Israel to run new food centers in Gaza to address the worsening humanitarian crisis in the region. In fact, Trump told reporters that Israel would preside over the new food centers to make sure that the distribution is proper. Listen to this.
Going to be running those food centers for you, and what kind of oversight?
Well, we're going to be dealing with Israel, and we think they can do a good job of it. And they want to do it.
Of monitoring the food centers?
No, they want to do it. The food centers, yeah, they want to preside over the food centers to make sure the distribution is proper.
Not just that, Trump also said both he and First Lady Melania Trump have been deeply affected by the images of famine and starvation coming out of Gaza. According to the UN World Food Programme, only about half of the aid it has requested to enter Gaza is reaching the territory after Israel eased restrictions on entry over the weekend. We've been telling you about reactions coming in from different parts. Let's also tell you about the strong word coming in from some high-profile Israeli public figures. According to The Guardian, high-profile Israeli public figures are calling for, quote-unquote, crippling sanctions to be imposed by the international community on Israel. And this comes amid the rising concern over the situation on the ground in Gaza. These public figures come from a variety of areas and fields like science, academia, poetry. Just to give you some more context and why this move is all the more significant, they include big names like Avraham Berg, a former Speaker of Israel's parliament, Academy Award recipient Yuval Abraham, an award-winning documentary filmmaker, a former Israeli Attorney General, just to give you some examples. Also, a number of recipients of the prestigious Israel Prize, Israel's highest cultural honor. Basically, just to summarize, there are 31 signatories of a letter to The Guardian. What does the letter say? It accuses Israel of starving the people of Gaza to death and contemplating the forced removal of millions of Palestinians from the Strip, quote unquote. Let's just remind you here, these are Israelis expressing their sentiment. Not mincing any words, the letter says that, quote unquote, the international community must impose crippling sanctions on Israel until it ends this brutal campaign and implements a permanent ceasefire, quote unquote. And going back to what things are looking like on the ground, the Jordanian armed forces carried out another round of airdrops to deliver humanitarian and relief aid into Gaza. Dozens of aid trucks entered Gaza for a fourth day as Jordan and the UAE airdrop supplies into the enclave, from where the images of starving Palestinians have alarmed the world. Meanwhile, in another significant development, the French foreign minister has said the country will airdrop 40 tons of aid into Gaza from Friday. Gaza Civil Defense Agency, meanwhile, has said that Israeli airstrikes killed at least 30 Palestinians, including women and children, in the central Nusayrat district. The death toll from relentless Israeli attacks in the Gaza Strip has now surpassed 60,000. The number of injured since the start of the war has crossed 145,000. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.